Welcome back. Stephen here, and today's task, should you wish to accept it, is to replace this CV joint, the outer one. I've done the other three, and they were all really manky and horrible, and the ABS ring had fallen off of one of them, so rather than leave a problem for another day, I thought I'll do all four of them, and so here we are on number 4, and let's see how we get on, shall we? Shall we begin? I've already started, to be fair, and then I thought I better video it. So, caliper's already undone, and I've already cracked this nut, so we're going to finish taking this off. That one. And then we have to push the drive shaft out of the middle of the hub. To do that, you've got to take the disc off. And the disc has a single retaining nut here. In. Good. Eight. I'm going to stick that in my little magnetic tray there so I don't lose it. I'll chuck my disc over there out of the way. So, drive shaft is pressed into the outer, and we're going to use my hub press to get this out today. Need to nuts up because they're leak. That just makes it a little bit more awkward to you if they're loose. So, here we go then. Yeah. Tighten up to that. The hub press has a point on it, and the centre of the stub axle has a recess for it. And my usual way of dealing with that is like that. And then I will grab a lever. So I'm hanging it on there and in there, which means I can put those in and then give it a bit more pressure till all the arms are holding on, like that. And then pump away and push the stub axle out. In fact, seriously, it's just sliding out. There we go. That's good. That's actually very unusual. What I usually find is it's so tight, I'll be swinging on it to undo that. Right, now, if you try to pull the stub axle out of the hub without undoing that and the end of the steering rack from the hub, you're going to fail. So that's what I'm going to do. Is that one? In. 22mm. $22mm. 22mm. Like that. 22 mil. Here we go. That's disconnected. That's disconnected. Now that can. Wow. Really unusual to be able to try it out quite as easily as that. Yep. Yeah, there it is. That's that part disconnected. Now, grab a rag. So, next part is we need to remove. So, the next part of the job is we need to pull the CV joint off the end of the drive shaft. There's a couple of different ways of doing this. I'm going to do it on the car. But if you don't want to do that, all you need to do is pull the whole drive shaft out of the front diff, and then you can go and do it on bench. Sometimes that's a better idea. But I'm going to be lazy, and I'm going to do it right here, where I'm sat. First part of that job is take the clips off that are holding the boot onto the socket. And we can brutalise them. There. Then, on its side, we'll cut the boot off to get it out of the way. Because we're going to need to swing a hammer in here in a minute. But boot off. And then, next part of the job, hold on to the stub axle and there you go. Simple as that. Old one removed. See, trade in the scratches. And can wipe all the old grease off of the stub axle. Like that. And the right part of that job is take the old C-clip off. Like that. Until they give that a final little bit white. Now I'm going to go and grab some brake cleaner, just degrease it all. Clean up that whole area while we're in here, because if I clean that, I don't have to clean myself so much afterwards. Because as you can see, so far, I'm not that filthy. That all little white round inside, make sure it's clean, no debris lying around. Like that. There we go. Right. That's done. So, we have a new CV joint, a new nut for it, and a boot, a new C-clip, and new clips for the boot. So the first thing that goes on is the boot. Puts it onto the drawer shaft. Yes. Get it all the way back. Yeah. And then, to make your life easy, just push it back over itself so it's out of the way for the next part of the job. Okay? Now, we're going to put the C-clip on. I'll just cut myself. And where's my that'll do. Now, one of the problems with these C-clips is they tend to get caught as you're putting them in. And so, what I do is I just nip. They're very hard, so this is not an easy job to do, but I just nip the ends and just fold them in very slightly. You almost not see it, but what that does is stop the edge from getting caught on the new CV joint as you put it in. Okay. And that will make life a little bit easier, because they can be a real bugger to get the new CV joint over the top of this clip. So, clip goes on, C-clip, goes on like that, and then what we need is a nice wide tie wrap. Tie wraps, mechanic's best friend. What we're going to do is use the tie wrap to compress the C-clip so that we can slide CV joint over it. And so I'm going to position the tie wrap over the C-clip. Okay. And then do it up as tight as I can. Cut off the excess, because you don't need that bit. That's the C-clip squeezed, effectively with a sleeve over it, made by the tie wrap. Lovely shiny new CV joint. It needs grease, and usually when you buy a CV joint kit, you'll get a suitable dosing. You'll get a suitable dose of grease, and don't fuck around with it. Just stick it in the hole and squeeze. And what you're actually trying to do is squeeze it all down into the back of the CV joint. because then you get that. So all the grease is now in there. Now, what I should be able to do is give myself a bit of clearance there, line that up. Oh, here, rotate. Good. Here we go. Yep, that's gone on. First time. I'm not tapping it very hard. Just literally, just gently pushing it, the splines. And that's it. It's on. I need to take that tie wrap off. Tie wrap removed. CV joint on. Right, now I can pull the boot back down. So, locate the boot back where it should be. Pilot. And then, let me put the clips on this. A little bit bad, you know. This can be a filthy job. Doing CV joints. Because the grease gets everywhere. And makes everything horrible. But this is going all right. Today, this is going all right. So there we go. Right, so now we're going to put the clips on. Two clips, one small one, one big one. I have, hope you can see this, have so two clips, one big one, one small one, and they've got little hooks on them. Little hooks here, just line up with these holes here, and then they have this bit which we squeeze together to put the tension into it. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry about that. What I really need is a cameraman. So, if you've done it right, you should be able to close that clip and engage the two hooks in the first two holes. And once you've done that, you just reach for a tool like this. Does a little square piece and give it a squeeze. And yes, I know there are proper tools for that, but honestly, you don't need them. You'd be amazed what you can do with a bit of ingenuity and a basic toolkit sat on the drive. And what have I used so far? 22mm socket, 22mm spanner, screwdriver, and a hammer. And that's it. We don't need a massive slap on toolbox. Not saying I wouldn't like one if Snap-on wants to sponsor me. I would love to themselves. But yeah. So that's the hooks engaged and the outer CV joint boot clamp. And a little squeeze. When that's done, UCV joint installed. Now, next part. I'm going to put a bit of grease on the stuff actually. I have a horrible feeling my camera just died halfway through that session. I don't know how much of it you actually saw. It'll all come out in the edit, guys. I know, I'm opposite. Right. We need to manhandle that back into there. Okay. And there. That's stay. There we go. That went in easily, didn't it? Stick the nut on the outside so that it doesn't slide back out again. Find the big socket. If you're wondering, you need a 36mm 12 point. Like that. Okay, so the next thing is... Okay. That goes it. Now, as you see, we do have a slight problem. And the slight problem is the difference in height between there and there. And this is because I've only got it jacked up on one side. So what I'm going to do is stick an axle stand in the middle and let the trolley jack down. And that will level the car out and these will line up. Now, one of the tools I use a lot is this 1/2" ratchet. I often don't use it as a ratchet. You see that point? Oh, there it comes. See. Like that. That's why that's so useful. Think that's a scaffold-based ratchet. Right, that's it. I'll tighten them up in a minute. There. The brains. Back. There we go. Track rod end. Back in. With the track rod end back in, I'm going to tighten those up. We'll go around and talk everything afterwards. Big one. Let's give that a little bit of a tweak. We'll tighten that up as well when it's on the ground. Okay. Now there's a couple of other jobs I need to do while I'm in here. One is reinstall blood weapons. This is the ABS sensor. So I've noticed it's missing a clip. So I'm just going to go and salvage one from my scrap pile. Find it. Ellington. Where are my Ellington Dawn? There they are. Alright. You know what I say? Oh, a click. Let's go and steal one off of my scrap pile. There you go. This is the clip I was talking about. None of them. That goes in the front there. And holds of the ABS cable. Good. Right, it's overdone. Now, next job would be, if I'm happy with all of that, put the disc back on. Yeah, it's in that little bolt there. Holes in the disc going. There. Like that. We've got brake caliper to go back on. And we should have a couple of bolts for that. Yeah, there they are. Okay, and a 16mm socket, 1/2 inch drive, ratchet. Yeah, you need a 16. Nah. So that one. Okay, what else do we need to do? I know what I need to do. We need a new pad wear sensor on this side. It's got one, but it wasn't actually connected to the brake pads. Yeah, it was tied up out of the way, and that's because that's a rear one, not a front one. Guessing someone put it on there to get rid of the brake pad wear warning light. So, plug it in. You put the plug in its little box. Place box statement. Okay, like that. Has on it's in nothing there. Often tight. Bracket's bent. Alright, let's unbend the bracket. Otherwise we'll never get that on. Yeah, like that. Unbends the brackets. Hang that into the slot. Get it in there. And give it a whack. Get its seat in its little metal clip, and then onto there, and then there, and then up it goes behind there, and that bit up into the brake pad. Just there. I think it's done. Do you want a closer look? See if we got it right. So, this is the box the brake pad wear indicator plug is in, and that's the wire routed all the way down there and there. Get my camera to behave. Plugged in there. We can also got UCB joint fitted. See, that isn't that lovely? Can't help but love that, can you? We go, UCB joint fitted. This is the clip I was looking for, which was missing. Stops this from the ABS sensor, stops the ABS sensor cable from getting tangled up in anything. And then, there you go. All done. We'll stick the wheels back on. And job, it's sorted. So if you've been paying attention, you'll know that I was changing that CV joint, and after I put it all back together again, I took it for a little test drive. Everything was fine for about the first 10 minutes, and then I had a check brake fluid level warning, and that was followed by HDC inactive and a number of other things. It's quite obvious I've got a brake fluid leak somewhere. So let's see if we can find it. Oh, is it under here? Hang on, let's give you a bit of light. That side's all right. Oh, hang on. Let's get in a bit closer to that one. I think I found the leak. Might be a little bit hard to see. Should we add some light to that? Oh, there we go. Yeah. You see brake fluid all down the inside of the tyre here and all over there. And now that's a new hose that I put on. We've got brake fluid here all over the bag, and I can see brake fluid on the drive shaft. And, yeah, okay. So that's what we need to investigate. Let's get a jack under it, and yeah, let's get a jack under it and take the wheel off and have a look inside, shall we? This is grim. It's just starting to rain. Let's see if we can see what's going on here. So we've got brake fluid pissing out everywhere. We've got brake fluid pissing out everywhere. Okay, so let's see what's going on underneath here then. We've got brake fluid peeing out everywhere. And what I want to try and do is work out where the hell it's all coming from. Now that's this piece here. This piece here is the copper pipe going onto the flexi, and the flexi then goes all the way across the back there. You can see that in there. That's all okay. And the flexi then comes down here, along here, and there's still a flexi. There's still a flexi. Look at it. Well, that's bizarre, isn't it? As far as I can see, I can't see where that's leaking from. I mean, there is brake fluid all over. You can see it's wet in the bottom there. It's dry on the front side of it. A little splash of brake fluid on the front of the shock there, and the front of the swinging arm top wishbone is okay. Hang on, how quick is it, this camera? That's all dry, but it's all wet in the bottom there. I really have no idea what's going on, but that is brake fluid. Just Alright, let's park you there. Oh, I think I can see where it's gone. That pipe which is the one that goes over the top of the subframe, is leaking. Oh bugger. It's dripping. Rip. Okay. Well, I know where it's all coming from now. And that is not going to be a 5-second fix. I'm going to have to replace that whole pipe. Bugger. Oh well. Yes. So I will replace that entire pipe. That'll have to wait for another day. Catch you later.